Who would have thought that a young boy from the small town of Manacor in Spain would grow up to become one of the greatest tennis players of all time? There is no doubt he deserves the title, King of Clay. In this video, we will be talking about the king, Rafael Nadal, and his family. What and who makes him thrive and strive to become the best star he can be. In his book, Rafael talks about how his uncle Tony terrified him. Shocking, right? His uncle, Tony Nadal, his wife, and the rest of his family have been with him and have had quite an impact on him from the good to the bad and then the ugly. Now we wonder if his family helped shape him to become the star he is. What bad and ugly impact could they possibly have had on him? Well, we'll bring you that and more in this video, so sit tight and relax as the making of a king unfolds before your very eyes. Firstly, before we get to know who and what shapes the king, we need to know who the king is. Rafael Nadal was born on the 3rd of June in the year 1986 in the small town of Manacor, Spain. The town is located in Porto Cristo, which is the site of the famous Caves of Drach. Rafael was born to his father, Sebastian Nadal, a businessman, and his mother, Ana Maria Pereira, who is the president of his foundation, the Rafael Nadal Foundation. The couple gave birth to Rafael and his sister, Maria Isabel. Rafael was introduced to the game of tennis at the age of 3 by his uncle, Tony Nadal. Though while growing up, he always had a passion for football and thrived in both, until he was asked to pick sides when his hometown football team got a new coach. The coach asked Nadal to be present at team outings and training. This wasn't possible for Nadal, who had tennis practice with his uncle, Tony Nadal. Rafael, however, made the right choice in picking tennis, because since then he has gone on to be ranked #1 on the world tennis ranking for 209 weeks and has won a record 22 Grand Slam titles. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and start to list all the titles Rafael has won because, trust me, there are a lot. This video is about the people that shaped him. In no particular order, let us start with his wife, Maria Francisca Parello, also known as Gisca as she prefers to be called. She was born on the 7th of July in the year 1988 and in the same hometown as him, a quintessential Spanish beauty and childhood sweetheart of the tennis star, having dated for over 15 years before finally getting engaged on a romantic getaway in Rome. When the news about their engagement broke out, it was rumored that they would get married in June 2019. However, like most rumors, it was false, and they eventually got married in October 2019. The couple have known each other since their high school days and only started dating in 2005. After graduating from high school, Gisca got admitted into the University of Balearic in the UK, where she studied business administration. She graduated in 2010 and began working with MapFree, a company affiliated with her then-boyfriend Rafael. She didn't stay there for long due to the fact that her colleagues kept thinking she only got the job because of her superstar boyfriend. She quit the job and moved back to Majorca to work for an insurance company. In the year 2012, Gisca began working for the Rafael Nadal Foundation as a project manager. She has, since then, risen to be a project director and later on became the CEO in November 2019. As much as Gisca has been supporting her husband at various tennis tournaments around the world, she doesn't attend all of his tournaments. When asked about this in an interview, she replied by saying, "Rafael needs his space when he's competing." She further said, "If I followed him everywhere, I think there's a risk we might stop getting along." That explains how they've been able to maintain their relationship for over 15 years now, and counting. Gisca tries to keep away from the watchful eyes of the media, and this makes her a person of interest to her husband's fans. Together with Rafael's mother, Ana Maria Pereira, she was honored for her contribution to the Rafael Nadal Foundation at the first edition of the Women in Sports Award. There were 2 among 10 women who were bestowed the honorary award, a feat that will definitely make Rafael proud of the love of his life. Well, this feat wasn't achieved by Gisca alone, but also by Rafael's mother. Not much is known about her birthplace and parents, but she has proven to be a very supportive mother to her son. Maria worked as a housewife before the kickstart of her son's career. Since the beginning of his career, she has accompanied him to his matches and tournaments, cheering him on. Ana once sold perfume when the star was growing up, but had to give it up to raise her children. In 2008, Ana and her son founded the Rafael Nadal Foundation, which has gone on to help disadvantaged children in Spain and India by offering education programs to them. She is currently the president of the foundation and a writer with 2 books credited to her name. While we talk about the Queen Mother, we can't leave out the father of the king, Sebastian Nadal. Sebastian Nadal is the father of Rafael Nadal and a very successful businessman. He owns multiple businesses, including an insurance company, a window and glass company, and a popular restaurant, Sa Punta, where his son Rafael likes to go when he has the time. Rafael once said he enjoyed the mood there. This is probably related to how close he is with his father. However, details as to when and how they got married are unknown. They decided to go their separate ways in 2009 after almost 3 decades together. Shocking news that really had an ugly impact on Rafael Nadal as, in the same year of his parents' divorce, he lost the French Open. Talking about the shock felt by Rafael, the shock was also extended to his sister, Maria Isabel Nadal, the 33-year-old sister of Rafael. She has a degree in sports management and currently works at her brother's Rafa Academy as a marketing and sales employee. In an interview, Maria revealed that she is very close to her brother and that they share a very special bond with each other and even like hanging out with each other. At one point, she had to leave her parents' house and live with her brother, probably to deal with the aftermath of their parents' divorce. Who knows? Not so much is known about Maria as she shies away from the media and the public, but she is still considered a very supportive sister of her brother's career, as she always shows up at his matches and watches him win titles. Speaking of titles, Rafael's success in the game can largely be attributed to the persistence of his uncle. Rafael was introduced to the game of tennis by his uncle Tony at the age of 3. Tony was born on the 21st of February 1961. As a senior tennis player, Tony was once ranked in the top 30 players in Spain. He has been Rafael's coach from the moment he picked up a racket for the first time to learn the game. At age 7, Tony trained Rafael 5 times a week, every week, for 1.5 hours, and at age 8, young Rafael won the Balearic Island 12 and Under Regional. In an interview, Tony speaks of Rafael's road to success, saying, "He had a very good mentality, and so I thought it was possible, not probable, but possible that he could win a Grand Slam." His faith in his nephew was rewarded as Rafael went on to win 16 Grand Slam titles at the time and made his uncle the coach with the most Grand Slam titles. This title was held by Tony for a while until the 2nd of February 2020, when Marian Vida took the title from him with his player Novak Djokovic by winning their 17th Grand Slam title. Unfortunately, in a glimpse of the bad, Tony Nadal left Rafael as his coach in February 2017. This was shocking to Rafael, who only found out about it on the news. Tony revealed that he chose not to inform his nephew about his decision earlier because he did not want to distract him from the game. Rafael holds no grudges and is glad that his uncle is doing what makes him happy. Meanwhile, at a young age, Rafael always wanted to play football. This was due to the influence of his uncle, Miguel Angel Nadal. Miguel is a retired Spanish footballer who played for Mallorca most of his career. However, he had his greatest achievements in Barcelona, where he played for 8 years and won various domestic and continental titles. He is also known to have represented Spain in 3 World Cups and at the Euro in 1996, where he is mostly remembered to have missed a penalty against England in a penalty shootout. When Rafael was younger, he idolized Barcelona striker Ronaldo. He got a chance to meet with his idol through his uncle Miguel and had even, at a point, accompanied his uncle in a match. At the time, Rafael and his wife did not have any children. When asked about children, Rafael said, "Obviously, I have the intentions of forming a family. I love children, and I would love my children to do what they like." Later on, in another interview with The Sun, he said, "I would love to have children. Boys, girls, I'm a person who loves kids, and I'm a family guy." It did not take him long to seal his statement when he revealed his wife's pregnancy at a press conference in Mallorca, saying, "If all goes well, I'm going to be a father." We are definitely happy for the couple. Do you think their child will become as exceptional a tennis player as Rafael is? Looking at his family, it is right to say that Rafael sure had a way of involving them in his journey to success. They all had good, bad, and ugly effects on his career at certain points. With more of the good, though, they have proven to be so important to him that he values and acknowledges them on different occasions. After sustaining an injury during the quarterfinal match of Wimbledon 2022, Rafael's father and sister asked him to retire from the match, which he did. This was disturbing news after just last month, he left the French Open with his 22nd Grand Slam title.